Welcome back, crafty friends. It's Alicia of the Me Crafty YouTube channel, and I am back today with another video for my World Cardmaking Day Series. On Friday and yesterday, I shared quick, easy ways to build your card stash, whether you're going to make them for yourself to send out or maybe give out as sets to family and friends. In those videos, I made fall-themed cards, but today I'm going to go a little bit different. I got some of the beautiful papers from Simple Stories when I got their warehouse box a couple months ago. That was fabulous. I got so much good stuff that I hope to make lots of cards with over the winter. So today I'm going to be using 3 sheets that I got in that box, and like I said, they are from the Beautiful collection. And the first sheet that I'll show you, it has cut apart cards. And if you watched my video on Friday, I did a set of 12 cards using something similar. Again, it was just a fall themed. So I thought I would come back today, make another quick 12 card set, but I'm going to switch it up a little bit. If you have been watching my channel very long, you know that I love shaker cards, I love gold foil, and I also love making clear cards, or cards that use what I call clear cardstock as the base. So I decided to put together 2 of my favorites today. I pulled out the pattern paper, of course, has gold foil, and then I pulled out some of my gold foil cardstock to use as well. I also pulled out 2 sheets of natural ice cardstock, and I will use this on the inside where the personalized message is sent to the recipient. But the first thing I'm going to do is my cutting, and you've probably seen me do this before. I usually do this first. So I will cut this cut apart page into 3x4 cards, and then I will be cutting my 2 pattern papers into 6 4 by 5 1/4 inch pieces. My clear cardstock will be cut in half for a top fold clear card, so 4 1/4 by 11. The gold cardstock I'm going to cut 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, and that's so I can mat each of the 3x4 cards. And then my natural ice cardstock will be cut into 3x4 inch pieces. And everything I want to try to yield 12 pieces, so I will end up with 12 cards. If you would like to follow along with me as I make this, even if you don't have the clear cardstock, you can use another cardstock for the card base, and yours will be just a little bit different. Like, you probably won't need the inside cardstock for your written sentiment, because the inside of your card blank will most likely be light enough to write on. But if you're going to follow along, go ahead and pause the video here, grab your supplies, and let's go. The reason I like to use these cut apart papers is the cards usually include sentiments that would be good for the front of a card. Some like this, where it doesn't have a sentiment, what I would probably do later is pick out a die cut word or maybe even a stamp, and I would just add it to fit the occasion that the card is for. I did notice that I have 2 cards in here that were horizontal orientation. So I am going to set those aside now, because I will need to make sure that I cut card bases that will match these. Because the way I was going to cut the card bases, it would be more for the portrait orientation cards. Next, I will cut my pattern papers. And like I said before, I will be cutting these to 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to do that 5 1/4 inch first. And then into 4 inch pieces. Next up, I'm going to cut my gold cardstock. But because of the gold foil and like the glare off my lights, I'm going to leave it down while I cut it. But just so you know, that is what I'm cutting now. I'm going to cut, like I said, these into 3 1/4 by 4 1/4 pieces. Hey guys, I just wanted to drop into this video to let you know about the second flash hidden giveaway that I have going on for World Cardmaking Day. In the description box all the way at the bottom is a link to an unlisted video. And in that video, I'm going to tell you how you can win the cards in front of me, plus some clear card stock to make your own clear cards. So I hope you go check that out. Make sure you follow all the instructions there, and good luck! Next up, I will cut the clear cardstock, and just before I forget, I'm going to cut the one piece for the horizontal 3x4 cards. So I will cut that at 5.5, so I have two pieces that are 5.5 by 8.5. I have a lot of viewers ask me where I get this clear cardstock. It is actually clear report covers from like a copy shop. Like if you went to Office Max or Kinko's or Staples and had copies made and bound, they would have clear report covers to go on maybe the front of those, and that's all this is. So you could maybe pick up some for yourself if you wanted to try it. They might sell you just a few sheets at a time. Now the rest of my clear cardstock, I'm going to cut it to 4¼ inches wide. So my pieces are 4¼ by 11 before I fold them. And lastly, I'm going to cut the off-white cardstock, or the natural ice, to 3" by 4" pieces, so I'll cut until I yield 12 of those as well. Now that all of the cutting is done, it is time to start assembling the cards. I'm just going to fold the clear cardstock by hand, and then I will use my bone folder to reinforce that fold. And the next thing I'll do is place the sentiment cards, or the cut apart cards, onto the gold cardstock mats. I will be putting adhesive around the outside 4 edges of each sentiment card and then centering it in that gold cardstock. If these cards, or if your cards at home don't turn out to be exactly 3x4, you might need to go back and adjust the gold cardstock after you have placed down your sentiment card. You know, sometimes you might have to cut a little extra off an edge. Now that I have all of my 3x4 cards ready to go, I'm going to start matching these with the pattern paper that will go on the inside. I don't want the color in the background of the 3x4 card to be the same kind of color as what's on the inside, if I can help it. For instance, I would rather have this card on something dark than having it over here on this one. I just think the card pops more with something like this. So for now, I'm going to stick with this one. Since there's pink in the back of the clipboard, I think using the big gold foil dots will be fine on this. For the Simply Wonderful card, I like how it has the map pattern in the circle here, so I'm going to use that. Now what I'll do is start putting my cards together. I will adhere the pattern paper piece to the inside of the card base, and then this will just go centered on the front of the clear card. Once I have this on, I will then put the off-white paper on the inside. Again, this is for the personal message. I just want to make sure that the front will hide it, so that's why I'm not doing these two at the same time. And there is one completed card. And you'll see that the bicycle card completely covers the area inside where I'll be writing the sentiment. So now I'll go ahead and finish my stack of cards over here. So once again, I am left with 12 fantastic, beautiful cards that I am able to send out to family and friends. If you are enjoying this series, I hope you'll give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions about anything, make sure to leave those in the description box below. If you're new to my channel and would like to know when I upload more videos, you could hit the subscribe button and then the little bell for notifications. If you're already a regular viewer and subscriber, thanks again for stopping back by and choosing to watch my channel when you could have watched others. Until my next video, I hope you're all having a crafty day. Bye-bye.